Today we're looking at how to count atoms in a molecular compound. So to start, the first thing you need to do is look at your molecule and see what elements are present. So with our first example here, we have C9H8O4. So I'm going to list out the elements that I have: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So the next thing I need to do is just look at the subscripts. So next to the C, I have 9. So that tells me that I have 9 atoms of carbon. Below the H, I have an 8, which tells me I have 8 atoms of hydrogen. Below our oxygen, we have 4, which tells me I have 4 atoms of oxygen. So in each molecule of C9H8O4, I have 9 carbons, 8 hydrogens, and 4 oxygens. Let's look at another problem below. Our next one says FeNO3 with 3 as a subscript underneath that. So now this one's a little more difficult, but we can start the same way we did with our previous example. So I'm going to list out the elements I have in my molecule here. So I'll start off, I've got iron, Fe, I've got nitrogen, and I've got oxygen. And just like I did before, I want to look at our subscripts first. So with our iron, our Fe, there's nothing there. So that means that there is a 1 actually there. So there's only 1 atom of Fe or iron. So I'll leave that there. I look at the end and the same thing. There's nothing there, which implies there's 1 nitrogen atom. I'll look at our oxygen. We have 3. So I'll put 3 here, 3 oxygen atoms. Now, we've got something different here. We've got a parentheses enclosing our NO3 with a little 3 subscript. That's telling me that that 3 applies to everything inside the parentheses. So it applies to the nitrogen and it applies to our oxygen, but it does not apply to our iron. So what I'm going to do with that number is just multiply it by the 1 here next to nitrogen, and I'm going to multiply it by the 3 here next to oxygen. So now when I'm getting my totals, all right, Fe, we didn't change anything here. There's only 1 atom of iron in this molecule. With nitrogen, I had to multiply 1 times 3. So that gives us a total of 3. I've got 3 atoms of nitrogen in this molecule. For oxygen, 3 times 3 gives me 9. I've got 9 atoms of oxygen in this molecule.